isang magandang hapon sa ating lahat. What I will present today is an outline of the agribusiness opportunities in the Philippines. Ito po ay nakalap base doon sa ating paghahanda ng programa sa ating mga kababayan na nasa ibang bansa or sa kanilang kamag-anakan, no, na gustong magnegosyo sa ating bansa. Ito po ay nakapangalan, it's entitled Agribusiness Opportunities in the Philippines for Overseas Filipinos. So, kagaya ng nabanggit ng Secretary Mon Lopez kanina ng DTI, he has outlined the wonderful program of the administration for everyone na gustong magnegosyo sa panahon ng pandemya or kahit beyond this pandemic. So, your government is doing a lot of programs to help our kababayan sustain their economic success through this platform. So if I may request the Secretariat to please share the video on screen for the presentation. Pwede po ba nating i-share ang ating slides? I think it has been sent already to our Secretariat. Can we just have it on board? So habang nag-aantay tayo, let me just inform you that the agribusiness potentials in the Philippines has been extensively presented in this PowerPoint. Meron po tayong tinatawag na one-stop reintegration services for OFWs and their families. Nakakalap po ito sa ating programa, presentation on the Trabaho, Negosyo, at Kabuhayan or TNK program na pinag-ugnay-ugnay ng ating mga kasamahan sa iba't ibang ahensya ng pamahalaan, lalo na sa programang ito na inayos at pinag-dugtong-dugtong ng ating mga taga-DTI, DA, and of course, other agencies. So next slide, please. As we move to the next slide, there are several areas that we can unlock the potential of agribusiness. Meron po tayong 5 major programs at nakaugnay ito sa iba't iba pang mga adhikain natin. Balik kabayanihan or reintegration of OFWs, trainings, market linkages, loans and credit, and programs for the youth. Next slide, please. So, yung ating Balik Kabayanihan ay isang reintegration program para tayo ay ma-assess kung ano po ang ating level of preparedness. At ito po ay sinasagawa kung kayo ay paparating na o nandito na sa Pilipinas. So, ito po ay sa pakikipag-ugnayan at pinamumunuan ng ating OWA at ng DOLE. Pagbaba nyo po sa eroplano or kung kayo po ay mapapa sa ilalim sa quarantine. But nevertheless, this mechanism is aimed to provide you a continuing opportunity to extend ang ating mga pangkabuhayan sa pamamagitan ng agrikultura at pangisdaan. So the next slide will show us that we have prepared several trainings and extension programs. So ito po ay accessible sa online, no? Kahit po nandyan pa kayo sa inyong mga place of work, you can maybe visit the extension.gov.ph at nandyan po ang 66 free online courses available. So pwede nyo po itong panoorin. Ganun din, no? Meron tayong mga i-schedule na webinars, kagaya ng ugnayan ngayon na i-host ng ating mga kasamahan sa pamahalaan, as well as the advisory services for Farmers Contact Center. So ito po yung pwede ninyong tawagan at nandiyan ang telepono naka-flash sa baba. Ang ating ATI Director Alfredo Aton will discuss this thoroughly later on. So the next mechanism is to offer also our trainings via Facebook. So meron pong kanya-kanyang FB account ang ating mga ahensya. So kung kayo ay magtatanim, nandyan po ang BPI, Nandyan din po ang animal industry kung kayo naman ay papasok sa negosyo na may kinalaman sa mga hayop. The Bureau of Animal Industry and the National Dairy Authority. Kung kayo ay interesado sa isda, nandito na po ang Bureau of Fisheries and Aquatic Resources, while PhilFIDA is for fiber and coconut naman po sa ating PCA. There are also areas that we can offer kung kayo ay nandito na sa paghahanap ng market linkages. So the next slide will show us that kadiwa ni ani at kita ay isang mekanismo para natin ipakita ang ating ugnayan to directly access the consumer market. So the next slide will show us that the outlet stores, the mobile stores, and the Ikadiwa platform are mechanisms para po natin dalhin ang ating produkto sa pamilihan. So ito po ay mekanismo na inilalaan sa mga producers na gustong magdala ng kanilang produkto sa kamay-nilaan. Ito po ay sa pakikipag-ugnayan even with private sectors that will take charge in running the Kadiwa mechanism. So farmers and fishers associations as well as organizations can run this on a continuing basis. Meron din po tayong programa para sa pag-access ng Financial Grant Assistance Program at ito ay inilalaan ng ating agribusiness office sa DA. So the next slide will also show us that loans and credit facilities are available. The ACPC, mamaya po kayo ay palalawigin, the discussion on the access to credit will be presented by our colleagues from ACPC. I understand Director Bajola is there to talk about anyo, sure COVID-19 recovery, at ang kaya or yung capital access for young agripreneurs. Of course, there are also other means of accessing credit. So the next slide will can be made available through the land bank. So ang land bank naman po ay may maliit na interest rate at nangangailangan ng collateral. Samantalang yung ACPC ay mas maluwag po ang ating pakikipag-ugnayan dahil you can work out with partner lending institutes or organizations by ACPC. Ibig sabihin, kung saan pa po ang pangangailangan natin sa credit, then we have different platforms or offerings which you can avail of. Nakita ko kanina may mga nagtatanong tungkol sa pag-access ng credit, So this will be of interest to you once the discussion on ACPC will be presented. Meron din tayong programa sa agri-youth programs. So ito yung MAYA or Mentoring and Attracting Youth in Agribusiness. Ito po ay pinapamunuan ng Bureau of Agricultural Research at nasa 6 months naman po ito na pinoprovide na ang ating mga kabataan na gustong mag-OJT or learning process while earning will be absorbed through this program. Meron din pong agripreneurship trainings, ang ATI, of course, the credit through ACPC, and meron tayong Agri-Summit na sinasagawa. So kung kayo ay gustong magtanong, ano ba yung mga pwede nating pasukan na area sa agribusiness? So investing in agriculture, of course, entails commitment and discipline. So dito po sa ating pamahalaan, ito po ay isang paglalaan ng oras para kayo ay matulungan at mapalago din ang inyong mga pangkabuhayan na makakatulong sa inyong mga kamag-anakan at pamilya sa Pilipinas. So there are 3 ways of investing in agriculture. First is when you start your business, there are mentoring programs that's going to be provided by the DA and in partnership also with our consultancy firm. So may mga grupo po yan na nakapag-ugnay sa atin. Then you can either go on investing in agribusiness, through farms, machineries maybe, or fishery enterprises. At you can also partner or link up or visit crowdfunding in agriculture. So ito po ay titignan natin para tayo ay mag-ingat din sa pagpapaluwal ng ating pera kung tayo ay pumipili naman kung saan yung mga crowdfunding projects na dapat napuntahan ng inyong pera. So parati nating sinasabi na ang pagninegosyo ay nandyan po ang lakas ng loob, disiplina at paghahanap ng pagtitiwalaan ng inyong pera. So that is something that we strongly encourage you to prudently exercise. Of course, investment opportunities can be looked into in terms of the export champions. Meron din tayong priority commodities, naka-flash sa screen. At depende kung saan yung area ng interest na gusto ninyong pasukin. Pwede pong ito sa propagation and production. Pwede din ito sa, ibig sabihin, nandun sa pagtatanim, ano? Or nandun kayo sa processing and value addition. So, or nasa marketing and distribution ang inyong interest. So, depende sa inyong level of interest and exposure, the DA will be able to assist you in these areas. So, the next slide also will show us that there are different commodities. So, pwede namang nakafocus kayo sa isang commodity or mga produkto na nandyan na sa merkado at merong potential para sila ay ma-export. So, this includes abaka. So, ginagamit po ito sa production ng tea bags. No? Karamihan, nakikita natin ito sa Bicol. Or, you have also opportunities to go into pulp manufacturing, weaving, and fiber craft business. Of course, coconut will always be there, no? Lalo na ngayon sa pandemya, napakasikat ng ating VCO. Ganun pa man, napakadami din ng produkto na pwede nating tignan sa coconut. Meron tayong cocoa sugar, cocoa milk, etc. Mango is one of the best sweetest mango in the planet. So we have mango that can be propagated. Meron din po tayong processing at meron din tayong iba't ibang aspeto, no, ng value addition. Sa pangisdaan, seaweeds is one of our biggest exports. Ito po ay napapalago at napapalaki ng in 2 months to 3 months and you can harvest. So the technology is extensive. The investment is low, but the returns are high. So kung kayo po ay malapit sa mga dagat or interesado kayo sa area ng seaweeds, then this one is a good investment. The next slide will show us also that the winning, the champion commodities rather, which are found in your exports. Cacao, which is the raw material for chocolate, ang kape ng Pilipinas, so nandyan yung barako, at Liberica is another one, another component, and the different processes for coffee processing is also available. So I understand ng Department of Trade and Industry ay merong programa din sa coffee, no? So, yung kanilang cafeteria. So, isang magandang halimbawa din yan ng pagninegosyo sa kapihan. Of course, rubber is a long gestating crop, but it is also one of the export winners of the Philippines. Ang shrimp, lalo na po yung white shrimp na tinatawag, ay isa sa mga pinapalawig natin na i-produce sa Pilipinas. Ito po yung sa Vanamay, no? Ito ay yung mga maliliit na shrimps na pwedeng i-produce in a more sustainable aquaculture platform. But of course, it takes some discipline and technical know-how on how to grow your shrimp industry or shrimp business. Of course, there are other presentations here kung magkano yung kakailanganin yung kapital, kada ektarya, kung kayo ay magtatanim ng kakao, kape o mangga. So, nandyan din po kung ilan ang estimated na kikitain kada ektarya. So, ang kakao, pwede kayong mag-start up ng pagtatanim at 26,000 pesos. Then the net return or posibleng balik sa inyo after the harvest, which will be take around 3-4 years, is 19,000. So ang return of investment ay nasa 128%. Ganun din ang kape, ang mangga ay isa din sa mga area. So kayo ay may mga rice land, then this can be one area that you may want to look into, or commodity rather. So there are other information, milkfish, kung kayo ay magbabangus, seaweeds, or whether stocking monoline or floating rope. So ang seaweeds po ay isa sa mga commodity na ating pinopromote dahil isa pong malaking exporter ang Pilipinas. Kung makikita ninyo, doble ang kita ng seaweeds sa loob ng ilang buwan lang. That's because meron po tayong seaweeds farming na tinatawag. So may teknolohiya po ito. At ito ay ginagamit sa iba't ibang applications. No? It can be for food or even for commercial use. Yung iba po ginagamit pa ito hanggang sa paggawa ng paghalo ng pintura. While others use it for food-based additives. Of course, there are a couple of commodities pa. The next slide will show you what these are. So kung kayo ay may lupa at gusto ninyong taniman ng iba't ibang high-value crops, yan naman po ang tawag natin dyan, kasoy, carrot, cauliflower, etc. Then you have, you can see from here how much is the total cost, ano yung net return, ano yung yield per hectare, at ano yung posible na farm gate price. So, ito po ay mga figures na pwede ninyong tignan, pag-aralan, at kung kumbinsido kayo doon sa balik ng kapital based on this presentation, then you can ask, inquire, and undergo training if needed, just to extend your appreciation and knowledge on the business. Of course, the next slide will present also ano naman yung pagkakakitaan kung kayo ay papasok sa pag-aalaga ng kambing, ng native na baboy o ng kalabaw, no, na gagatasin. So nakalagay dyan kung magkano at kailan ang balik ng kapital ninyo. So the return of investment gives you that kind of information. So of course, the next slide will also show you kung kayo naman ay papasok sa manukan, ano, whether ito ay free-range chicken o ito yung mga native na tinatawag natin or improved yield, or meron naman tayong duck raising. So this will depend, of course, on your area, on the ability of your business partners, kung kayo ay mamumuhunan sa inyong mga kamag-anakan or sa inyong mga kaibigan, pwede po ninyong tignan ito. So at least there's something to use as a basis for your computation. Of course, there are other investment guides na pwede nating tignan. So pwede po itong ilatag, tignan, basahin, at pwede po ninyo itong i-avail through this investment guides. So naka-explain po dito yung inyong mga mas detalyado na kaalaman tungkol sa particular commodity. So isang halimbawa po na nakalagay dyan ay ang kakao. So pwede niyo po itong itapat ang inyong telepono, no? And then the QR code will lead you to a website. So that website now has that information, which you can download or save sa inyong laptop or sa inyong mga tablets. The next slide also will give you all these QR codes. So, itapat lang po yung telepono, then you can be brought to the link or the website na pwedeng makita at mapag-aralan. Kagaya ng nabanggit ko kanina, meron ding Aqua Negosyo para sa Pilipino. So meron po tayong naka-online din ito. You can download this, you can read, and you can watch. So yun pong teaser na pinakita natin kanina ay isang halimbawa nito. Of course, there's so much more to talk about how to get in touch with us. Tignan nyo po ang ating mga websites, ang ating telepono at ang ating email. So pwede nyo pong padalhan ng email ang ating agri.investment2020@gmail.com or visit these websites. So if you want to touch base with our regional offices, meron din pong contact persons dito. So i-click nyo na lang, kunan nyo na lang siguro ito ng photo, ng picture sa inyong mga camera para inyong mapag-aralan at makapag-ugnayan sa kanila. Then lastly, what I would like to encourage and enjoin you is to really be resilient and use your money wisely. Your Department of Agriculture is here to help you to win, heal, and rise as one. So we believe that the pandemic has its own lessons to be imparted to us, but we remain positive, supportive, and resilient to be able to overcome the challenges. So yan lamang po, magandang hapon, and may God bless us all. Thank you.